Welcome to the Bitter Upper Lip. This is Tyler. Thank you, as always, for joining me. So today we're going to stay in Athens, Georgia, and we're going to try beer from a brewery that I have never tried before, and subsequently is a beer that I have never tried. Today we're going to be looking at a beer from Akademia Brewing Company. This is their Ritual Imperial Coconut Stout. Comes in at 8.4 ABV. I was not able to find any information about any IBUs or SRM. Really couldn't find much of any info about this beer online. I think they're a fairly new brewery. I mean, as you can see, this is a 60-ounce can that they've essentially like wrapped. Pretty cool can art. Looks like some kind of gothy wallpaper, maybe some type of Cleopatra imagery going on. But yeah, I can appreciate the statement piece of a minimalist can. Usually means that they're sometimes very confident about their beer. But this beer, I believe, is a year-round release. You can get it in 4-packs with these 16-ounce cans. This particular beer was canned on February 19th of this year, so still fresh, still good. Yeah, so coconut stouts are always an interesting foray and experience for me because typically I'm not a huge fan of coconut as a flavor. I can definitely enjoy it in certain contexts, but as I've alluded to before here on the channel, certain types of heavy-handed coconut can make certain beers or other drinks taste like suntan lotion to me. That it's just one of those Pavlovian disassociative thoughts that I just can't get rid of. But of course, coconut and chocolate very much go together hand in hand. And of course, when you've got something like a big imperial stout that typically carries those heavy chocolatey roasty notes, can go very well with coconut. Now, I don't know again if they roasted the coconut before this, at what point the coconut was added in the boil, did they put it in after the boil? So that will be something I guess I'll try to figure out depending upon what the aroma and the taste of this is going to be. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this in a glass and see what it's about. I don't think I'm going to fit all of this in here. Big 16-ounce can. Just a little swirl. Not sure if it's unfiltered. Yeah, we got it in there. Perfect. Well, as you can see how I poured it, gorgeous head, about a finger of head. Very much looks like coffee with cream. The color of the head, very tan mocha color to it. Almost like a pair of khaki pants in a way. Bubbles are pretty nice and tight. There's some bigger bubbles. It's definitely popping and fizzing. As you can see, the head has already started to dissipate here a little bit. Bring it up to light. There is nothing going through this. It's as dark as Epstein's heart, if you will. Yeah, it's just an absolute event horizon of light. It's sucking everything in this. I can't get anything through this. Very edge of the glass here, I am seeing a good bit of bubbles coming up, so it is looking like a very lively carbonated beer, which is nice. Also indicative of the way the head's dissipating. So yeah, it's definitely looking the part. Let's go ahead and get a whiff on it. Yeah, so I'm actually getting very, very strong coconut notes off the nose. Like this, the first thing I was getting off this is it smells like a Samoa cookie almost. Because you're getting that coconut smell, but you're also getting some of the kind of roasty, kind of caramely smells that you might get out of some stouts because of the nature of the malt that they're using. Definitely getting some milk chocolate notes. I'm not really getting big dark chocolate notes. That could be, of course, playing into the marriage of the coconut aroma, making it smell sweeter, possibly. Yeah, and I'm also getting, and this might be going with the Samoa smell, like a very, very sweet kind of like a toffee smell almost. Like it almost smells like, in a good way. I don't know, with like Americans over here, but those hard buttered candies that your grandparents might have that you might have found disgusting when you're younger. But yeah, there's dare I say, kind of almost like a creamy kind of smell to it. Not in a weird tactile kind of way that usually indicates that like beer is soured or has gone bad. Yeah, I mean, it really smells like a pastry in a glass right now. It smells very, very decadent. So, well, all right, I'm revved up. Let's go ahead and get some lips on it. Cheers. Oh yeah. So the taste almost perfectly mirrors what the aroma is. Front of the tongue, I'm getting a nice glean of sweetness coming off. Not really sharp. It isn't like I'm licking like a lollipop or anything like that. But yeah, it tastes like I'm biting into like a fresh cookie or like a piece of cake almost. Milk chocolate is definitely coming through on the taste as well. Got it on the nose, but this feels like I'm almost eating like a chocolate bar right off the bat with like flecks of coconut sprinkled into it. Yeah, middle of the tongue continues to flow back. I'm starting to get a much more like dark brown sugar, caramely toffee notes in the middle of the tongue. Little bit of chocolate still, but it's more of kind of those burnt sucrose kind of notes, if you will. Really pleasant bitterness, again playing into some of that burnt carameled sugar bit. Not really getting a lot of coffee on this. I mean, there's some of that kind of given earthy bitterness that you're really going to get from any stout that many attribute to coffee, but I'm not really getting coffee standalone as a flavor big on this. Again, it's really coconut, milk chocolate, some caramel, some burnt sugar. Finish is nice and lingering, which is what I'd want from a big stout like this. Um, I'm actually getting, to me, I'm getting much more of the bitter notes of the beer around the middle of the tongue. The finish in the back of the tongue, I'm actually getting more, almost like a resurgence of the sweetness coming through a little bit. Mouthfeel is great. It feels like I've just got velvet swishing around my mouth again. Absolutely on point for an Imperial Stout as a style. Some good carbonation. Again, I'm usually getting that around the sides of my tongue, helping to breathe the finish through a bit, but not so much that I'm not able to kind of enjoy that nice tanniny mouth quality that you're getting with a big stout like this. Yeah, now this beer's warmed up a bit, and this might be like me just kind of throwing out in left field like a wild pitch, but a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the tongue, I was starting to get what I'd almost dare say was a bit more of a fruity kind of note to it. And now that I've tasted it, it's I feel like I've got my thumb on it. I'm getting some notes of strawberry on this. Um, More like kind of like a fresh strawberry, not like something big like a shortcake or like a strawberry syrup or like a candy, but it's still got kind of that almost a bit of a vegetative bitterness to it, but yeah, it's definitely, yeah, that's exactly what that is. So yeah, very interesting, just kind of outlier flavor, a little bit of strawberries on this. Again, it's not overpowering the milk chocolate or the coconut or the burnt sugar flavors that I'm getting out of it, but there definitely is like something else going on outside of that triumvirate of the big flavors I was describing on this. So yeah, this is an absolutely fantastic beer. Very happy that this being my first beer from Akademia, it was so good. I'm a big fan of stouts. I really like the balance of, as I described earlier with my thoughts on coconut. This is very balanced. It doesn't have any of that weird suntan lotion flavor to it. I would again be very curious if anyone from Akademia is watching this and can clarify to me exactly what was the process that they used in putting coconut into it. Did they roast it? At what point the boil did they put in? Because yeah, this has a very interesting profile of undeniably smelling and tasting like coconut without being overpowered at all. So I'm definitely classifying this more as an after dinner type stout with some of the sweetness going on. I'm not really there's nothing coming to mind of like a particular meal that I would want this with. I could definitely see myself having this with like a piece of chocolate cake of some kind, or well, hell, I mean, using the original, like you've got like a sleeve of Samoas. If the Girl Scouts have come through, and you got these sitting in your fridge. Do yourself a favor and do a tasty waltz for a snack. So yeah, this definitely one of those dessert beers. But yeah, a delicious beer. I'm not sure what the distribution is. I'm warranting to guess that it's probably strictly limited to Georgia because again, I think Academia is still a smaller, newer brewery, but I've definitely seen their tap handles in a fair number of brew pubs and other bars around the Georgia area. Down in Macon, of course, where I am, I'm able to get their beers. So yeah, if you're sweeping through Athens, Georgia, great drinking town already, but this is just another feather in their cap. Very excited to try other beers from Academia. So yeah, love the beer. Very delicious, very unique. Um, Great as an Imperial Stout, great as a fruit beer, if you will, with the added coconut. So I would definitely look forward to trying to have this in the future, and I could definitely see myself offering to share this with some of my other craft beer friends. So yeah, but that's going to be it for me today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to keep hearing me gab about beer and beer-related topics in the future, subscription is greatly appreciated. And if you have any thoughts on Imperial Stouts, coconut beers, or Academia Brewing in general, feel free to drop a comment down below. But until next time, everyone, as always, keep your mind sharp, your heart clean, and your upper lip bitter. We'll see you next time.